Hello and welcome back everyone to our Rocket Rabbit run of Omega Ruby Randomizer. And in this episode, having successfully just beaten May for the third time, we have gotten the Fly HM, which will allow us, after we beat the Fortree gym, to fly back home. Yay!
Fly. Fly is like the Lord Vessel in Dark Souls. They give it to you too late and it lets you go everywhere.
I disagree that they give it to you too late, because they can rather consistently give it to you just over halfway through the game when the map is almost fully opened up.
Right. They want you to learn how to open up the map first, so you get to enjoy the fruits of your labor second. And I get it. I still think that they should give you, honestly, they should give you Fly as soon as you get to the second town. I'm gonna say that. Crucify me. I think that they should give, if you start in Little Root, they should give you the Fly HM by the time you get to Oldale.
Nah, I mean, I would argue that the earliest I would actually like to have Fly would for Gen 3 specifically, would have to be Dewford. Yeah, Dewford. I thought it was gonna be Rustboro, but honestly, no. Rustboro is like a 5-minute fucking walk away from Little Root.
Yeah, but
Dewford is Dewford is when I would actually want to have Fly.
Yes, and then you will continue to be limited by the discovery system, because you can only fly to places that you've already been to. Just like in pretty much every game I've played that lets you fast travel, you can only fast travel to places you've already been to. And by flying to places, you give up on opportunities both to fight trainers and to fight wild Pokemon.
Although you're supposed to be clearing out all the trainers on each route and doing a little bit of Pokemon exploration each time too. Now, just like the original games, we have to go do a small side quest before we can actually go and fight Winona.
People! Pokemon.
Although these are the trainers, these are the people that allow you to get the hidden power HM and test what hidden power your Pokemon will actually have after you have it.
You have a 50% chance of... Okay. Actually, no, you have a 25% chance. You have a 12.5% chance of completing this entire minigame.
And we got Mystical Fire, which is the signature move of Delphox, a Pokemon that we've not yet seen, I'm pretty sure.
The probability tree.
Sure, tell me what hidden power Ivy would have. Oh, this Pokemon can't learn hidden power. Of course.
I am surrounded by incompetent fools.
Ack!
There's
an invisible obstacle. I wonder what it could be, Mr. Cloud.
It's one of those dog fences that uses collars.
No, it's not a dog fence. It's a camouflaged thing.
Yes.
Hey, Steven.
Camouflage thing. Whatever could it mean?
You know, it's good that you actually brought up David Hayter's Snake, because I've recently been playing a lot of Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, and David Hayter reprises his role as Snake with Zangetsu. It's actually he actually does a really good performance there, despite the fact that he's not honestly all that important to. He doesn't have all that many lines to say.
Big, fluffy Ampharos. Oh, here's 2 Pokemon. All right, well, maybe not. Okay, there's still only 1 Pokemon I want to hug, but I adore Ampharos.
I mean, there are several Pokemon I would want to hug, but Ampharos is not actually one of them. I would actually prefer to hug either Mareep or Flappy over Ampharos.
It's not very effective.
So it is new in the world of Cloud as we go through a random trainer battle that we didn't need to do.
Oh man, well you've been playing lots of Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. I've been pretty regular with my Bloodborne PvP and Streets of Rage 4. Streets of Rage 4 I cannot overstate is a freaking amazing game, and I will mention it as many times as I need to because more people need to play it. It's only $25 on PC, PSN, Steam, and other vendors. Sacred Fire. As the reason why I keep playing these games is because it seems each time I turn the games on, I discover a new way I get to enjoy the game, and it's awesome. Like last night, I was just telling you, I ran into a fight club, so I finally realized what it means every time I run into a bunch of dudes who are all just sitting around doing nothing. It's a fight club.
Hello, Porygon. I like Porygon's design.
He's a little too pixelated, though.
Well, the original version of Porygon, you know, is supposed to be this pixelated. He's a very rough draft, just given sentience.
He's not actually there. He is a drawing of a thing that is there.
And now I have dust particles in my eye.
Tailglow.
The problem with living in Michigan is the fact that the weather almost always involves us having dust everywhere.
Pollen. Pollen season, everybody. Now tell me your secret.
Her secret is that her parasol does not actually ward off Pokemon attacks. Something that we know, because it's a parasol and is not fireproof.
I'm glad that you took the time to press A on the character so that she could elaborate on why, just why, she uses a parasol. It's a Togetic.
Togetic. I don't like the Togepi line, honestly, mostly because if you recall, Cloud, one of the interesting things that Gen 2 allowed us to have was baby Pokemon. The problem is the introduction to baby Pokemon is not actually a baby Pokemon itself. Togepi is a basic Pokemon, not a baby.
Hey, Miss Magus.
Miss Magius is cool.
Yeah, the babies were okay. So the baby that was the point of the breeding system was not that the babies were awesome. The point of the breeding system was that it allowed you to pick and choose which moves your Pokemon got to have because they got to share the moves of their parents.
Mm-hmm. Mind you, a majority of the moves in the game can't be passed down through breeding.
Some interesting moves can be passed down through breeding. Some moves that you would not expect from a level 5 fucking Pokemon.
Mm-hmm. Yes, my Rattata has successfully been bred to no crunch at level 5.
I've been crunching level 3s and level 2s and crunching like a rock star.
I am not a fan of Post Malone.
I be popping and the homies with it like a rock star.
Catwoman wants to learn Bullet Seed, but no, Bullet Seed is a pretty terrible move.
Terrible. Roberto.
I mean, Breloom can use Bullet Seed pretty well, but he's like one of the only Pokemon I know that could actually use Bullet Seed well.
It's 1.5 damage, hit 5 times? Hell yes. This is the part where I get to destroy you.
Hey, Steven. He comments on the fact that we've not been using our Mega Bracelet, but oh well.
This invisible obstacle. How do you see that which is invisible?
No. You use technology.
It's technology that has brought mankind through the dark. The Devon Scope. Ah.
Hi, Kecleon.
It's a penguin.
It's not a penguin. It's a chameleon.
What the fuck?
Now it's a giant chicken.
Now it is a Ditto. Aha. Really? So even for the the Kecleon encounters, it's gonna randomize the Pokemon you're fighting.
Yep.
It's not very effective, but it was critical.
And that is foreshadowing for a much later super event in the game. So
Relic
there.
Song.
Relic Song is the signature attack of Meloetta, a mythical Pokemon from Gen 6. I think she's Gen 6, but I'm not sure.
Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Switch out to Ivy to stab him.
Okay, I'm wide awake now.
Stupid animation.
Yeah, Facade still hits really goddamn hard.
Facade is a
although
90
Ivy
base power attack. It usually
70.
It's a pretty powerful move.
Yeah. Katana leveled up. Entrainment. Entrainment is actually a really good move, but I want to keep on Defog because Defog actually reduces my opponent's evasiveness, which is important for certain other Pokemon on my team. Thanks, Steven. Now we have the Devon Scope, so now we can go fight Winona.
This is as I expected. It was a Blaziken all along.
And we got the Sceptilite. The Mega Stone that Steven gets you corresponds to the starter Pokemon you picked. Because the Sneasel was replacing Trico, we got a Sceptilite for it. And yeah, Steven suspects that we have the meteorite, but he immediately dismisses the possibility because it doesn't make sense, even though we actually do in fact have the meteorite.
It's possible that you are holding depleted uranium in your pocket. It is highly recommended that you give that to me. I need it for research.
Nest ball.
That's a ball that works especially well on bug-type Pokemon.
Wrong. That's the net ball. The nest ball works has got an increased catch rate against Pokemon that are significantly lower level than you.
Because they're babies in the nest.
Yep.
Now let us banish the wicked obstacle.
I don't actually remember if this was a mandatory fight in the original games anymore. But in this game, well, he just flees.
Oh. Yeah. I do recall they tend to do that. But then you miss out on your chance of catching Kecleon. Soak.
We got the TM for Soak. I actually like Soak as an attack because what it does is it forces the water type. It forces an opposing Pokemon to become a mono water type, which means that they usually lose out on all of their stab moves and they gain the weaknesses of being a water type, mainly grass and electric. And because I almost always have either a grass or an electric type Pokemon on my team, it is very, very nice for me to have Soak. The problem, of course, with Soak being that its move distribution is very, very pitiful. Like, there's a good portion of the deep sea Pokemon have the ability to learn Soak naturally, but getting it on anything else is a bitch. So I never get to use Soak, and it's sad.
It's alright. Like, we should know this game is not afraid to give us things that maybe only work once or 0 times. The Devon Scope was the MacGuffin we needed to get to the Fortree gym. The TM Soak is a nice option that's meant to troll players who are not aware of its limitations.
Right. To be perfectly honest, I wish that Lantern and Ludicolo could actually learn Soak, and I don't think that they can, because giving them the option to just guarantee have a super effective option against other Pokemon, especially since they're primarily focused on bulk, would be a great option for them. Hey, Fletchling, we've seen Fletchling already though.
I still can't help but feel fortunate. Like I've just won a mini lottery that the Pokemon we're seeing are actually appropriate for the setting and context.
Every once in a while that happens. Unlike this time where this guy also has a spin down.
And then we're reminded that this is a silly, goofy randomizer where fluffy bears walk around confused. They can't see shit because they got spirals for eyeballs.
Conversion
and it knows Porygon 2's signature move.
Hey, he's been transformed into a fire type.
He just can't keep his balance to save his life. Drunken Panda style. Wood hammer!
Wood hammer!
It's a hammer made of logs.
Yep. And it has recoil on it.
Oh, what a silly Pokemon.
I've never actually been fond of Spinda. Spinda's gimmick is the fact that he's a spotted panda and he's got like 18 billion fucking variants on how he can look, especially and his shiny variants specifically are stupidly goddamn rare. But at the same point, it's like, I don't care. He's not useful. He gets really interesting move pools, certainly, but I'm never going to use him for anything.
Yeah.
If I'm going to use a normal type, Pokemon, I'm going to use one that has sweeping stats. So it's going to be Zangoose.
Right. The niche Pokemon, that's pretty much why every niche Pokemon fails. Oh, I acknowledge that you have a unique moveset that is consistent with the premise of your Pokemon character, but I don't care. Your base stats are pitiful. You will lose 6 out of every 10 fights you play. So no, I'm probably not going to have fun playing with you after a while.
Yeah, that's why we don't use Kecleon either.
It's especially noticeable on the Pokemon that don't evolve.
Mm-hmm.
Except of course for legendaries. The legendaries, well, they should have a good chance of getting on pretty much any team.
Yeah, you say that, but one of my favorite legendary Pokemon, Regigigas, is on nobody's team because of his terrible ability.
And so
I love Regigigas.
And so we have defeated Deku Link.
And now we must fight a mattress.
I will
Hi,
sleep on you.
Alright. And in the next episode, we will continue on our trek through Fortree Gym to attempt to take down Winnoa. Will she have an earthquake spamming Altaria? Probably not.
Oh, yeah, right. That was dumb.
Be safe, everybody.
Earthquake.